Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth with LA's Handcrafted Jewelry, and today I'm going to be showing you how to darken your copper pieces using this solution, which is liver of sulfur gel solution. And you can use this to darken your copper pieces as well as your sterling silver pieces. There is a powdered or rock form of liver of sulfur, but I find this is the easiest to use, especially for beginners. But before we get started, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Kazdance for sponsoring this video. Kazdance is a gem seller located in the United States and has a variety of high-quality stones. Search by gemstone, shape, size, quality, and more to find the perfect stone for your project. I've left a link in the description below to their website as well as their Facebook page so that you can stay up to date on any new arrivals or sales. All right, so welcome to my studio. Right here, we're at my bench. And you can see I have two jars here in front of me. This one is just warm water, so it's about 100 degrees, something that you would use probably for baking bread, about that temperature. Also an old paintbrush. I'm just using this for stirring, but you can also use it to paint the solution onto your pieces. And then over here I have about half a cup, well actually it's about a cup of water with about a tablespoon of baking soda, and this is what we're going to use to neutralize the solution. Now, you don't need anything fancy for this. As you can see, these are just leftover jars that I have laying around. You can use glass or plastic, just what I'm using. And then, of course, we're going to need our liver of sulfur gel. And I'll leave some links below where you can get that from different places that I've gotten it in the past. And, of course, you're going to need a piece to oxidize, which is what I have here. This is my mirror ring from the tutorial you guys may have seen. I'll leave a link in the description for that, too, if you like the design. And I also have a scrap piece of wire here, and I just kind of created a hook out of it. And this is what I use to dip this in the solution and pull it out, so that way I don't have to get my hands in there. You also might hear a little bit of outside noise. That's because I have my window wide open. I have a big window, so I can let in plenty of air because this does smell quite a bit. Also, for polishing after we are finished, I have this polishing pad, this pro polishing pad, and a sunshine polishing cloth. And of course, we're also going to need a paper towel or something so that we can rinse off or dry off our piece. All right, so let us get started. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare the solution. Now, it's only going to take a couple drops, basically. So drop it in there. One drop. 2 drop is really all you need. If you're oxidizing a bunch of pieces, you might need more, but that's about what I need. Take off a little bit of the, so I can write that solution. It's best to try and keep it off your fingers as much as possible, mostly because it makes it smell, but also because it's a chemical. All right, and so now I'm mixing it up, and you can see it's just this really vibrant yellow color, which is what we want. And at this point, you can piece and put it on the hook, collapse a little bit, and we're going to dip it in. And because it's warm water, it's going to activate a lot faster. And the copper likes it when it's warm. So sometimes you can run it under a warm tap too if you want to kind of speed up the process a little bit. But you can see already it's beginning to darken. And you can determine what kind of patina you want, if you want it really dark, if you want it just slightly dark. Is pretty dark. And now we're going to neutralize the solution. So we're going to put it in the baking soda and just kind of swirl it around in there. And this is going to neutralize the solution. And the baking soda water does not have to be hot or cold. I generally use cold. This particular stone is a sunstone, so it's pretty hard. If you have softer stones, you can either paint it on. Like if you have opal or malachite or lapis lazuli, those tend to be really soft. So that can discolor with this solution. However, you can oxidize the wire before you work with it. And that will keep the stone from having to come in contact with it. But if you forgot, you can either take it out of the setting and oxidize the frame, or if like this ring, you can't exactly take it out, you can actually use liver sulfur solution with cold water. And I've actually had a lot of success with that. Now, if you're using something really soft and porous like opal, maybe not, but I have been able to get away with it with malachite and lapis anyway. All right, so this is sat in the solution. So now we're about here. You can see it is pretty darn dark. And off here. Towel. Move this out of the way. You can even see if you rub it off a little bit with the paper towel. It's really pretty. Now, if you want to, you can even use baking soda paste, which is just making a paste out of baking soda and water and using a toothbrush, and that will also take out a lot of the oxidized parts. Or you can use fine steel wool, so like 0000 fine steel wool, and run under tap water with some soap and water. But I have a polishing pad here, so I'm just gonna run that over like that. And your fingers will get dirty, but the solution is neutralized, so it shouldn't affect you at all. You see that polishing pad does a really good job at taking off that tarnish. When I was selling jewelry, I included these with every order. And I still do, because they work so amazing. They last quite a while. All right, so you can see this took off quite a bit of the polish, or the tarnish, oxidized portion. So it looks really shiny, which is really good. But if you want it to be even shinier, I highly recommend having these polishing cloths. They're called sunshine polishing cloths. This one obviously has been used really well. It was originally yellow, but now it's kind of this dingy green. But that's just because I've used it so much. And they last a very, very long time. I think I bought this probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it's still going strong, even with all the pieces that I've created over the years. Beautiful shine. All right, to neutralize the solution. So before I sign off this video, I realized I need to tell you how to get rid of this stuff. Once you're finished using it, it's not safe to dump down the drain, as it's really corrosive. And it's not necessarily safe to put out in the environment either. So the easiest and safest way to dispose of it is to take your baking soda and just to pour this in. So you're just neutralizing the solution. And I'm just mixing this together. You can already see that it's becoming very cloudy. And once it turns white, have a white color, it is safe to dispose of. So at that point, you can either pour it down the drain. Sometimes I give it to my plants because they seem to like it. I have read somewhere that it's not bad for them. So as long as you make sure that the solution is like a cloudy white color or clear, then you are good to go. Otherwise, you can dump it in your garden, you can dump it down the drain, down the toilet, whichever you feel safest doing. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below as I try to answer them as quickly as I can. And for all the supplies that are in this video, I've left links in the description below so you can find them easily. You're also invited to join the Facebook group where you can be surrounded by other creative artisans like yourself and just share your work and ask questions. Also, there is the Learn to Weave newsletter that comes out about once a week, where you get emails that kind of keep you up to date of what's going on over here. Thanks so much for joining me, and until next time, happy weaving.